Greetings, I am Jay LaPlante, Executive Director of Miami-Dade College's Miami Film Festival. I am honored to be presenting our 2022 Precious Gem Icon Award to Penelope Cruz. Following our award presentation, we will welcome Variety's Film Awards editor, Clayton Davis, into a conversation with Penelope Cruz. From the moment that she first appeared on Miami Film Festival screens at our 1993 edition in her screen debut, Jamon Jamon, Penelope Cruz has been a beloved favorite of the Miami audience. In the years that have followed, we have been enthralled to screen so much of her extraordinary work, especially her collaborations with Pedro Almodovar, including Pain and Glory, Volver, Broken Embraces, All About My Mother, and this year's Parallel Mothers, for which she has received her third Academy Award nomination. Over 3 decades of an incredible array of screen roles, Penelope Cruz has become an international icon among movie stars, and in Parallel Mothers, she gives what is perhaps her most complex, overwhelmingly emotional performance to date. Let's take a look at a clip from that film.
¿Estás casada?
No. ¿Y tú?
¿Yo? No.
Pues las dos somos madres solteras. Lo mío fue un accidente, pero estoy tan contenta.
Lo mío también fue un accidente.
Yo no me arrepiento, ¿eh?
Yo sí.
Pobre, no digas eso. Que todo va a salir bien, ya verás. No estás solita, ¿no?
No, estoy con mi madre.
Vale.
Pero ella todavía no se ha hecho la idea.
Pues ya se la hará.
This award honors the truly special stars of the art form, those one-of-a-kind artists whose contributions to cinema are lasting and unforgettable. The 39th Miami Film Festival is proud to present Penelope Cruz with our 2022 Precious Gem Icon Award.
Hello, this is Penelope Cruz, and I want to thank you for this beautiful award, Precious Gem Icon Award from the Miami Film Festival. I really thank the Miami Film Festival for the support that you have given me over all these years. I wish that we could be celebrating this together in person. If not, I hope to go soon and see you all there. I use every opportunity that I have to thank my master, my Pedro, because I owe him so much in every way, not just as a director that inspires me every day, but also I'm very lucky to be able to call him a friend. So I use this opportunity today with this beautiful award to thank my friend Pedro for this incredible ride, this incredible experience, this incredible school of life that has been doing this movie with him. The treasure of a character like Janice, how much I have learned every single day with you through this very intense process. And I would like to share it with you, of course, Pedro, and with everyone at El Deseo, and with Milena Smith, who plays Anna, and as you have seen, she's amazing in the movie, and Aitana and Israel, and everyone that is part of the movie. Also, the babies in the movie, our little girl, the girl that plays my daughter, who was only a little bit over than 1 year old, and she's such an amazing actress that taught me so much. And I also hope this was a good experience for her, for such a little angel that was there, like watching everything and so curious about everything. And she reminded me so much that that's the secret for so many things, but that's also the secret for acting, to be able to always stay the observer and not to become the one that feels as the one observed, to continue to be the observer. And that's what that little girl was, and that's what Pedro is. Every day he's an example of that. So that's all I want to say. Thank you so much, Pedro, and thank you all of you for your continued support. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Clayton Davis, Film Awards Editor at Variety, and I am honored today to be having this wonderful conversation with Penélope Cruz, who just was bestowed the Precious Gem Award from the Miami Film Festival. How are you?
Hi, Clayton. How are you? Nice to see you again.
I'm doing too many Zooms with you. I want to be in person. We've been in person once this year. I would like more, please.
It's true. We were in person in LA, but all the others like this. But thank you so much for doing all of this with me.
Oh, listen, I follow you anywhere. And listen, congratulations on the award. Congratulations again on your success and getting nominated for your 4th Academy Award. Half your Oscars, the nominations have been with Pedro. And I think that says a lot of the magic you guys make together. You make beautiful movies together. He sees something in you and pulls something out that, you know, we people just identify with. What has it been like working with Pedro for so long and on so many movies?
It's been really a dream come true. Every time is one more step of that dream. At the beginning, when he called me the first time, I didn't know if it was the first and last, but I had a feeling that the connection that we had was maybe gonna last a long time. I think it's gonna last a lifetime. He's somebody that is in my life, is like part of my family. And that doesn't mean I get more relaxed around him when we are on the set. I respect him even more now that I know him so well. And he's the reason why I decided to become an actress, to try to become an actress. And he's really a lesson every day, his work ethic, his dedication. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world to have this relationship with this man who is my friend, my mentor, my favorite director, and the one that was such a big motivation that pushed me to try something that was like saying, oh, I want to go to the moon, because I didn't have anybody around me, family or friends that were making a living out of anything related to art or cinema. So I owe him a lot.
I'm also jealous that he is your friend and mentor, because I want him to be mine as well. Looking at, by the way, do your kids call him like Uncle Pedro or Tio Pedro or anything like that? I just imagine that like he is a part of your family. Like,
they love him. I mean, they don't see him all the time, but here and there, you know, and also they come to the set when we are shooting, and they see that he changes a lot on the set. He gets very serious, and I think they get a little bit intimidated by that. Yeah. But I've always given them amazing books with really funny dedicatorias. Always like, okay, the books that Pedro has given to them, if you open the first page and start reading what he has written to them from day one, is hilarious.
Oh, so they're gonna release that one day, or it's gonna be in their first movie when they direct the movie.
I always tell them, guys, never lose these books. They are a treasure. Yep,
absolutely. Looking at your work in Parallel Mothers, the what you bring to Janice, and the audience has a very interesting relationship to how we take her. You know, in a lot of ways, we empathize completely with her. In other ways, we get very angry with her because of the decisions she's made. But in a conversation you and I had a few months ago, you said you never judged her and her actions. You didn't want the audience to. Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, I could not judge her. I had to understand her worry, her pain, her desperation. Pedro never would judge a character. And that is so refreshing. And I think that's one of the things that people appreciate the most in his cinema, in his message. And I've played like all kinds of characters in very extreme situations with, even in those situations, he makes the audience understand why somebody behaves a certain way or makes certain decisions. And with Janice, I think it's pretty easy to understand why she takes so long to talk, because when she talks, she's going to risk everything. She might not see her baby ever again. So to me, she takes almost like a year to talk. I think it's not long enough. I think she's the true hero for doing what she does. And she loves Anna. She's lying to somebody else that she loves. But we cannot forget that she's an orphan. And, she never had this family, that she has this huge lack and this huge need to create her own family. And once she finally achieves that, then there is this huge threat that says, no, maybe now is not the time. Again, maybe once again, you're going to end up alone, but now this is too painful. Now she's happier than ever with this little girl, and something might take her from her.
I've said to you many times when we've spoken, every time I see you, I will ask you about Rosie De Palma, because I love her and everyone else loves her. Someone that has been in a lot of Pedro films before, and you've built a really great friendship with her as well. What is it like working with her again on Parallel Mothers? Also bringing in a newfound amazing talent in Milena Smith, who is incredible as your counterpart.
So working with Rosie, is such a big part of Pedro's universe. So she comes in and everyone is smiling. Everyone is so happy to see her. She has so much energy and she's such a generous woman and full of life, full of nature. So everyone wants to always have her on the set. And Milena, the connection with her was instant. From day one, we looked at each other and we knew that we could trust each other. When Pedro introduced me to her and showed me the tape that she did in the casting sessions, I looked at him and said, you are so lucky, because he needed to have a girl like that for that role.
Yeah.
That role wasn't easy. And the girl had to be really young, and she is amazing, really talented.
Absolutely. You have to tell the story about working with the baby. And I remember you telling me a story about the mother of the baby, must have looked at you too, because you were almost you felt like that baby was yours. You really took into your characters, if you could tell that.
Yeah, we realized months after we finished. I asked her if she knew that we had been competing for the attention of the little actress, a 1-year-old girl. And she looked at me and got completely red and said, I cannot say that is not true, because we were competing for her. Our priority was that the girl had a good experience, a baby on a set, she had to be safe in every way, physically, psychologically, no traumas, no. But the girl always wanted to be on set. She would arrive and we offer her to play in the street together. She would take my hand and walk into the set. So I think for sure this girl is an actress, and she was happy in that environment. But it's true that Milena and I realized that we were kind of crazy, competing for her attention. When you are in that mental space, that you don't even realize that you're doing it until later.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, I think that can't be the worst thing in the world, that Penelope Cruz loves you too much and wants you to love her back. So I'm sure she's going to have
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. But a few times Pedro has to stop me, and also Elena. We are very similar, and we had the tendency to be hugging each other in every scene. And he had to stop many takes and say, no, enough of that. There is no reason for you to be hugging each other in this scene. And it would make me laugh, because, thank God that we had, his eye to see what was ours. And the same way with the crying, the first 2 months, we were crying every day, every scene. He was very patient and he had to let us go through that. But we had to get to a point where our own tears were not going to mix with the ones of the character, especially because I was playing one that had to become an incredible liar in life with people that she loves.
So something interesting that people may not know watching, you were the first Spanish actress nominated for a non-English performance, speaking in Spanish, for Volver in 2006, right? I can't believe we were saying 2006. It feels like yesterday.
I know. I don't believe it either.
I know. Time is relative now, so we're just going to hold on to that. But what's interesting, you are just the 5th woman in Oscar history to be nominated for 2 non-English language performances, which is amazing for you, but also sad in retrospect because the way we value non-English speaking cinema, something that I know is very important to Miami Film Festival and obviously to you. What is it about speaking in your native tongue that feels natural for you, but also that's something that Americans that don't speak another language, they can still find themselves in these stories and other, narratives that are being told?
I agree with you. And I read the article that you wrote in Variety about that. And actually, that's how I learned that I was the fifth, because I didn't know. And in a way, I felt like what an honor. At the same time, I felt what you were saying, like, oh, it doesn't happen enough.
Yeah.
And that is one of the reasons why, to see that that also it reflects in the academy, to have nominations like these that are with a role that is not in English. What an honor to be a part of that. But it was one of the reasons why I was crying for 2 hours when I heard about this nomination. Of course, it's a big reason to cry out of happiness. Yeah. And also to be nominated at the same time as my husband, a movie with Pedro. But also, I think that was very emotional for me was because the Academy is acknowledging a performance that is in Spanish. So it means so much, and it feels great to be part of something that maybe can be moving more and more in that direction and giving more opportunities in that way.
Yeah.
And I mean, look what happened last year with Parásitos, and it feels like, I mean, I cannot honestly not complain because it also happened with Volver, so it has happened twice, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, so I have 4, half of them are in Spanish, but
that's good.
Unbelievable for me.
Awesome, thank you. We have to allow you to talk about Alberto Iglesias, who is also nominated, the composer of Parallel Mothers. And that score is beautiful and exquisite. And we've spoken about this as well in the big scene of the film where the truth is told and everyone knows everything. The way the music swells in, I was led to believe that a murder was about to happen, and it didn't. But that was all part of Alberto's vision of like how and Pedro of how the music would play in and build this eerie suspense, but still be so dramatic. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, the connection that Pedro and Alberto Iglesias have like for so many years is amazing, but also the time that they put together, because to understand what Pedro wants, Alberto will get a very clear idea, because Pedro knows how to express those feelings very well, even before he can show the movie. But when Alberto sees it, it's like, okay, I know what he wants. This is the time where he started composing earlier. The other movies, I think he started like when the movie had already a first cut. So he was like composing while we were shooting. And I mean, I think it's genius what Alberto has done, because like you said, Pedro manages to create this feeling of film noir thriller. Like you said, a lot of people feel like, oh, something bad might happen in that block of the movie around the confession. You don't know if something really dark is about to happen, because she's totally desperate and she's not going to lose that baby. And I think it is so important that what Alberto brings into that. I think I am a fan of Alberto since he was composing for a ballet for Nacho Duato. That's the first time I heard his music. And I went to talk to all the strangers, like, please let me know who composed the music for this ballet. It was called Cautiva, another masterpiece. And I've always been a fan, but I think what he's done in this film is like mind-blowing.
Absolutely. Looking back, starting your first movie was Hamon Hamon in 1992, leading up to this moment, and I think we all undervalue when we have a dream of doing something, right? You had a dream of being an actress, you went for it, and while we can all say now you've made it, you're successful, there had to be some point when you started that journey that you said to yourself, like, maybe I won't make it. But now that you're here and have made it, what is that journey, looking back at it, what does that journey feel like for you? Like from 1992 until 2022, that 30-year span, what has that what has that journey meant for you?
So I don't lie to you if I say that I've never felt I've made it, because I think that cannot happen with actors. I feel like we're always learning. You're always gonna start from zero with a new character. You're always gonna be scared. You're always gonna be insecure. At least I am always. Also, like a little bit worried about what if this is the time where I get fired? No, this is like a real thing that accompanies us, because the nature of our profession is we depend on somebody else to give us the job, to trust us, to hire us, to work. We depend on other people all the time. And that will make a very strong mark on us. I speak, I'm generalizing because I don't know, at least every actor and actress that I know feels the same way. If I ever felt like I've made it, I have arrived somewhere where now I know, now I have like total security or feeling of safety. It doesn't go with this profession. And I love that, because I know that if I'm 80 one day and we're having this conversation, I could feel exactly the same. And I could be preparing a project at that time and feel like the same mystery, the same healthy fear that is necessary to do this work. And this is what I love so much about this profession, like the research process, the unknown, like, okay, now I'm gonna live with this character that I don't know, and I have to get to understand and feel with every one of myself and explore that personality and those choices. And to me, that's fascinating, and that's why I love acting since I was a little girl.
Well, I think a lot of that gets lost in translation. When I'm glad that you said that you never feel like you've made it, that you are learning, because we're seeing, despite winning an Oscar for Vicky Cristina Barcelona, which I love you in, by the way, you know, you're still getting better. You're still like evolving as an actress. We're seeing new ways of you working, and it's really great to see. My final question for you. There are a lot of people watching, and you know, getting awards and accolades, obviously that's not what you do it for. You do it for art and expression. And I believe art is the only universal language of our world. It's the only thing that we all speak. It comes in different forms, but art says something. And I want to give you the opportunity to talk about why you do what you do. Like, why is it that Penélope Cruz does this and couldn't probably do anything else besides you know, being an actor?
I love the power that cinema has. I feel that it's not there to change the world, but I feel that it moves a lot of things and it opens a lot of interesting debates, and it can touch people's hearts. And some movies have meant so much for so many of us. Maybe everyone has the movie that was like the crucial point where they made a decision that changed their lives. That's what happened to me with one of Pedro's films. It changed my life. The inspiration that I felt when I watched that film, it gave me the courage to try and look for an agent, try to go to a theater school, and that is it can have a big influence on people. It can inspire great things. Also, sometimes just by talking about the darkest darkness. So it's an amazing, powerful art. To me, the most powerful art is music, but they have like, these great merits together, cinema and music. And it's like, I don't know, I feel when I was a little girl, I used to pray every night, and I don't have a specific religion. So like my own relationship with that was, like just every day, and I still do it. Say thank you for all the things that you have to say thank you for. But I would ask for one thing. All my years of childhood, I would ask that please, when I'm an adult, I can have a job, I can have a work that I like. And I knew which one it was, but I would ask for that every night. I was terrified of the idea of having an adult life where I either couldn't find a job or couldn't find a job that would motivate me and that would teach me and inspire me. So all my life have been like asking for that and being grateful for that. So I don't know, this profession gives me a lot in that way, in terms of inspiration, and I will always feel like a student. I think I told you last time, but I just can't say something different, because we are students, like as actors, that's what we are. And it's an amazing feeling.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I always feel it's important for everyone to hear that, and follow your passions is, asking for something that you like, and not being specific about what that is. Because if it wasn't this, if it was something that you liked, that was going to bring the satisfaction you were looking for. And I think that's very powerful for us to follow moving forward. Penelope, I would talk to you all day, every day. And congratulations again on your award. Congratulations on all the success. And I would like 15 more movies with Pedro, you and him. That's the minimum.
Me too. I agree with you. As many as possible.
We can do it. It can be done. We just got to get to work on it. So call him up.
I'm trying to convince him to do a musical. That's my mission, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Come on, you can't just throw that in the open. Okay, so keep working at that.
He knows it would be great. He knows he has to do that, but he hasn't said yes yet.
I'm gonna write about it. We're gonna get him moving in that direction. But thank you all for watching. And again, congratulations to Penelope Cruz, and enjoy the rest of the Miami Film Festival. Congratulations, Penelope.
Thank you so much. See you.